Shalom, everybody. All praises to the Messiah Elohim through the spirit of Yahushua Mashiach. This is your boy, your friend, your brother, Frenchie, the West African Yashral. Today's topic is an investigation. It's going to be about the sin of Yashrael. Yes, the sin of Israel. Yeah, so quick thing I want to say. I heard some Hebrew Israelite brothers and sisters out there saying they don't care. All that matters is that we follow Torah or whatnot. I like to say that scripture says if you confess, and acknowledge your sin, you can be forgiven. But the thing is, if you do not know what you did wrong, how are you going to confess it? So this lesson investigation is very important to know what we did wrong and why the Most High bring all this evil upon us. Things like slavery and things like nature, all the evil upon us that we been through and that we're still going through today. So this lesson is going to be in a few different steps. I'm going to talk about what the sin was. I'm going to make the connection with the Negroes and the Israelite. Yeah. We're also going to debate this sin because some people out there are saying that this thing that I call the sin of Israel, is the way that black people should go back to it. Yeah. So there's a few steps I'm going to take, throughout this investigation lesson, so we can elaborate and understand clearly what we did wrong, and see whether it was right or not. So let's do this investigation. Let's get understanding. Let's get some knowledge and see some truth. And as I always say, there you go. Let's get it.
Altar allows adherents to connect with and to honor ancestors.
Because they call upon the Lua Petro, originally from Haiti. Hotter until a climax is reached where almost everyone suffers severe trances. The Lua Petro have arrived. The slave ships also arrived in Cuba, thereby creating another large African population. These were Yoruba, which, when syncretized, created what is known today as Regla de Ocha, a religion which, to a greater or lesser degree, is practiced by most of the population. All the rituals of the Regla de Ocha start with the smoking of herbs such as basil or siempre viva, everlasting flower. Apart from purification of the participants, the spirits of plants, animals, and men must always be present in the regla de ocha. Olga holds the chicken which they are going to sacrifice to Ixu. The Babalawu that you went to see consulted the oracle to Ifa, and he told her what to do. She had run the risk of being deceived by a man. Down, he will know if Echu, who controls creation and is very close to Olofi, the regla de ocha god, allows the sacrifice. Later, he gets the whole congregation.
Not to God the Father, Son, and Holy Ghost, but to spirits and deities that span the oceans and date back to pre-slavery days in Africa. Are you, in fact, witches?
Whatever the situation calls for. So, if you come to me with pleasantries, you being respectful, you'll get Glinda, the good witch of the suburbs. But if you come at me with negativity and meanness and disrespect, then you'll get evil Wayne. Your worst nightmare.
They have many names and titles and ranks within their belief system. They are college-educated professional women who've chosen to believe that theirs is a truer example of worship that is inclusive of the genders. It connects them, they say, to their ancestors and fills a need not found in traditional worship, though most of them grew up in the church.
All right, so everything that you've seen so far in the video, it is against scriptures. Yeah, everything that people were doing, it is exactly what the Most High told us to not do. But before I go into further details, and where in the scriptures it says to not do these things, I want to quote few scriptures. Basically a reminder. So we want Exodus chapter 19, verse 6 through 8. Exodus chapter 19, verse 6 through 8. And we read, "And it shall be unto me a kingdom of priests, and a holy nation. These are the words which thou shalt speak unto the children of Israel." Verse 7 now. "And Moses came and called for the elders of the people, and led before their face all the words which Yahweh commanded him. And all the people answered together and said, All that Yahweh have spoken, we will do. So our people said, everything that's in the book of the law, we're going to do it. This is what our people said. Yeah? This is what the Israelites said. Yeah? Our ancestors. And keep it moving. And Moses returned the words of the people unto Yahweh. Yeah? So far, we have an agreement between the Most High and his people, Israel. Yeah? So far, our ancestors said, everything. How much is everything? Okay. Everything, they were going to do it. Everything that's in the book of the commandments, or the Torah, or the first 5 books of Moses if you want. They were going to do it. Let's keep it moving. On Exodus chapter 24, verse 7 through 8. Yeah, Exodus chapter 24, verse 7 to 8. And he took the book of the covenant, yeah, and read it in the audience of the people. And they said, all that Yahuwah had said, we will do and be obedient. But if you watch the video so far, our people were not obedient or not obedient. And I'm very worried about what's going to happen in the future. Yeah. Let me read verse 8 now. And Moses took the blood. And Moses took the blood and sprinkled it on the people and said, behold, the blood of the covenant which Yahuwah hath made with you concerning all these words. So one thing you need to understand, we made a blood covenant with the Most High. Unbreakable. Unless you shed your own blood. Do you understand? Now it makes sense why all this evil is upon our people. It has been upon our people for a long time now. Yeah? Now we understand. Yeah? Let's keep it moving. So now we shall see where in the scriptures, yeah, after you understand now that the Israelites said, yes, we're going to do everything that's in the book of the law. Now, for those that are awake, they know it's truth. You know we're the Israelites. So when you see our people doing all that nonsense voodoo, yeah, or we should want to call it vodong, yeah, and all that Ife nonsense or whatnot, do you understand? And think of wizards and all that. You understand that it is a sin, yeah, and this is what got us in the situation that we're in now. Black people, Negroes. Do you all understand? Yeah, but I'm gonna elaborate more. For those who don't believe, you better stay tuned. Yeah. So let's see in the law, yeah, where it says to not do all these things that we've seen our people doing, that they've been doing, and they're continuing to do now. Yeah, or we continuing to do it, basically. So we wrong. Deuteronomy chapter 18, verse 10 through 14. Deuteronomy chapter 18, verse 10 through 14. There shall not be found among you anyone that maketh his son or his daughter to pass through the fire. If you don't remember, in the video, yeah, in Haiti, they were heating on fire. Yeah, that's red card for now. Anyway, let's keep it moving. Or that useth divination, or observe times, or an enchanter, or a witch. Did you not remember what the lady said? The man asked her, are you a witch? She said, whatever the case may be. Yeah? So our people do actually not understand what they're doing. It does not mean because our ancestor been doing these practices that means this is our culture and it was something good and we gotta do it or whatnot. No, that don't mean nothing. A lot of things that people were doing in Africa right now, if you were to do it now, yeah, you would say hell no. While people stay ignorant, you know, lack of knowledge, perish. Yeah. But with this wisdom, with this Torah, yeah, with the Spirit of the Most High, we can get this knowledge. Let me not talk too much. Let's keep it moving. Verse 11 now. Or charmer, or consulter with familiar spirits. For those who don't know, familiar spirits is the dead. So when you see our people talking about worshiping the ancestors and making an altar for the ancestors, this is a sin. This is abomination unto the Most High. The Most High told us to not do these things. But look what we're doing today. We're the very first one to do these things. Our people. Let me continue. Or a wizard, or a necromancer. Yeah, people that talk to the dead or whatnot. Yeah, so once again, let me continue verse 12. For all that do these things are an abomination unto Yahuwah. And because of this abomination, check this out. Yahuwah, thy Elohim, doeth drive them before thee. Yeah, so the people that do these things, the Most High is kicking them out of wherever they were. Yeah? And you come in there, the Most High is kicking them out. Obviously, that's talking about the land. Yeah? But let's keep it moving. Verse 13. Thou shalt be perfect with Yahuwah your Elohim. Verse 14. For these nations which thou shalt possess, hearken unto observers of time, and unto diviners. But as for you, as for thee, Yahuwah your Elohim, thy Elohim if you want, hath not suffered thee or you so to do. So the Most High specifically said, don't do these things. Don't try to hang out with wizards. Don't try to be a wizard. Don't try to be a witch. Don't try to hang out with a witch. Don't try to consult them. Don't try to do anything. You don't got to do anything with them. Yeah? You got to stay away from them. But once again, our people are stiff-necked, knucklehead, just like today, and not listening. And that's what we did. Yeah? And today, look at us. Okay. Look at us. Let me continue. Let's get some more precept. Leviticus chapter 19, verse 31. Regard not them that have familiar spirits. So once again, regard not them that actually contact the dead. Yeah? Because there's something to it. And I'm going to explain. Neither seek after wizards to be defied by them. So when you actually go to these people or become one of these people, you are dirty to the Most High. You are defiled. You are unclean. Yeah? I am Yahuwah, your Elohim. But let me explain why the Most High don't want us to contact the dead. Because that could be nice if I could talk to my dead grandmother, my dead grandpa, my dead friend, or whatnot. Yeah? Some of you, that's what you believe. Yeah? But Scripture does not state that people go to any sort of afterlife where you can talk to them. This is nowhere in the Scriptures. Do you actually know that according to the Scriptures, the dead are dead? They're sleeping, that's all. Yeah? They're not in heaven, they're not in hell, but in the Sheol. But I explain. Ecclesiastes chapter 9 verse 5. For the living know that they shall die, but the dead know not anything. Yeah? Put that in your brain, please. Neither have they any more a reward, for the memory of them is forgotten. Verse 6 now. Ecclesiastes chapter 9. Also their love, and their hatred, and their envy is not perished. So, once again, I always say, people, grandma is not watching over you. Yeah? This is not true. Or, if you're going to believe in the Scriptures, you're going to believe that. Yeah? Now, if you believe in whatever you want to believe, yeah? I don't know why you're even watching this video in the first place. Yeah? So, if you're going to believe in the Scriptures, the dead, they don't know nothing. They don't have love, hatred, envy, and none of this stuff. Yeah? And that is the reason why the Most High does not want us to call the dead or to worship the dead. Because you're worshiping demons. This is not dead. Because the dead, you can't talk to them because they're sleeping, they're dead. Yeah? But you're actually contacting demons. But let me continue. Neither have there anymore a portion for ever in anything that is done under the sun. So they have nothing to do with what we're doing here. Yeah? They can't reach us. It's not possible. Yeah? Let me continue. Psalm chapter 115, verse 17. Yeah? The dead praise not Yahuwah, neither any that go down into silence. But he's basically saying the same thing. Yeah? People that go down to silence is the dead. So it's saying, yeah, King David is saying to you that the dead praise not the Most High. Why don't they pray the Most High? Why wouldn't they be praying the Most High, the dead? After all, people go to heaven when they die, right? No. Because the dead are sleeping. They're sleeping, dead. Or if you're going to believe in the Bible, this is what the Bible teaches. You don't go to heaven, you don't go to hell. You're sleeping till judgment day. Yeah? Let me continue. Have y'all ever heard of Sheol? Yeah? And you should have studied Sheol. Yeah? So, it's a strong 7585. Sheol. Strong concordance. And we read, Sheol, on the world, place at which people descend at death. Remark, they did not say good or bad. Yeah? They said non-feminine. Sheol, definition, on the world, place at which people descend at death. Yeah? If you go down, definition, underworld, place to which people descend at death. So in the mind of the Hebrews, basically according to the scriptures, everybody was going to Sheol. Yeah? Sometimes people use Sheol as the grave that you dig to burn the dead, or also the place where all the dead go. Yeah? All the dead soul go. Yeah? Let me get a Wikipedia definition for it. Some of you are going to cry, Wikipedia, why you use Wikipedia? I'll give more definition then from other sources if y'all are crying for Wikipedia. So Sheol, Hebrew, Sheol. In the Hebrew Bible, it is a place of darkness to which all the dead, how much is all? Okay, go, both righteous and unrighteous. So the bad and the good, they all go there. Regardless of the moral choices made in life, a place of stillness and darkness, cut off from life and separated from Elohim, or God. Yeah? The inhabitants of Sheol are the Shades, or refined entities without personality or strength. So once again, you're not going to heaven when you die. I'm not going to hell when you die. Yeah, and this is the reason why people go to that place, that Sheol. You can't talk to them. They're put to sleep. Yeah. So when you're trying to contact your dead, you're contacting demons. Yeah. And I don't want to hear anybody on the comment section talking about King Saul and the witch of Endor or Endor or whatnot. Because if you read your scriptures carefully, in the context, you will see that it was not Samuel. But I'm going to do a video about it too. Yeah? And I'll give you more sources on Sheol. So we're going to check Sheol's definition again. In the trunk of concordance. Yeah, Hebrew and Greek. Yeah? Here we go. So strong 7585. Sheol. Yeah? First definition. Sheol is a place of the dead. It refers to the netherworld or the underground cavern to which all buried dead go. So, how much is all? Let me get the second definition. It was not understood to be a place of punishment, but simply the ultimate resting place of all mankind. So, how much is all? Once again, people don't go heaven or hell. There's no afterlife like that. So you can't be contacting the dead. This is why Yahweh does not want you to contact the dead, because you're contacting demons. Because all the dead, they're sleeping right now until judgment day. Yeah? Okay. So now that you know about Sheol and everything, yeah, we can jump into the next thing. Yeah. So we're going to read Job chapter 14 verse 12. So man layeth down and riseth not till the heavens be no more. So I want you to keep that in mind, please. They shall not awake, nor be raised out of their sleep. So for those who don't really understand, this is talking about death. Yeah? So nobody can rise until the heavens be no more. So dead people gotta be dead. Yeah? But until Judgment Day. Now, I don't want to hear you keyboard warriors, or I don't want to see you keyboard warriors in the comment section talking about Jesus did raise people out of the dead. You're not Jesus. You're not Yahushua Mashiach. Yeah? Yahushua Mashiach, he did it unto the glory of the Most High. So the Most High does whatever he wants to do. But when he says something through the word of his prophets, just like Job, this is what everybody got to do, and this is what is going to be. Yeah? Okay. So I just want to say that. Now let's get a precept, because we just heard, till the heavens be no more. And people got to lie down, okay, and not be awake of their sleep. Let's read 2 Peter chapter 3 verse 10. But the day of the Adam will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away. Remember, people lie down and rise not till the heavens be no more. Let's read. In the which the heavens shall pass away with great noises. And the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the work that are therein shall be burned up. Okay? So once again, at this moment, when Yahushua comes back, or y'all call it Christ, when he comes back, there's no more heaven. Yeah? And a lot of things gonna burn up down here. Let's keep it moving. John chapter 5 verse 28. Yeah? John chapter 5 verse 28. Matter of fact, we read verse 29 too. Yeah? Marvel not at this, for the hour is come, in the which all that are in the graves shall hear his voice. Whose voice? Hamashiach. Yeah? Remember, he's gonna come down with great noise. Yeah? Okay. Verse 29. And shall come forth they that have done good unto the resurrection of life. Yeah? And they that have done evil unto the resurrection of damnation. Now, I'm gonna get a precept of this very verse. Yeah? So for you Hebrews that hate the New Testament, yeah, you're gonna see that the Old Testament is very consistent with what we read in the New Testament. Yeah. Daniel chapter 12 verse 2. And many of them that sleep in the dust, so that's the dead people, yeah, in the dust of the earth, shall awake, some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting contempt. The same thing is being said here. The resurrection of life, the resurrection of damnation. Yeah? So all the prophets, they believe in the resurrection. And one thing I'd like to say for common sense, in the name of common sense, yeah, you're not gonna have people already be in heaven and people already in hell, and then you're gonna have a judgment day for people to go to hell or to go to heaven. And especially we're talking about the dead that's gonna be resurrected. It makes no sense if you're following me so far. It's unfair then. You're not gonna judge somebody twice. If you already judged him and he's already in hell, why would you judge him again and let him go back in hell? That makes an unfair Elohim, or God, like you like to call it. But the Bible makes sense and does have sense. It's just people don't understand. That's all. People don't have sense. Not the Most High. The Most High does have sense. Yeah? Let's continue. We want 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 52. In a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trumpet. So once again, judgment day, the last one. For the trumpet shall sound. Great noise. They're going to hear it once again. And the dead shall be raised uncorruptible, and we shall be changed. So once again, yeah, the dead are going to be risen or resurrected at Judgment Day. Not before, but Judgment Day. Yeah? Till then, they're sleeping. And that is the reason why you are not to contact the dead. Because you're contacting demons, not the actual dead. Do y'all understand? So when I'm talking about the sin of Yisrael, the sin of Yisrael, people who want to contact the ancestors or whatnot, yeah, they're contacting demons. They're making offerings for demons, thinking that they're making offerings for the ancestors like some crazy people, deceiving themselves. That is crazy, y'all. Yeah? Let's read that. We want Isaiah chapter 8, verse 19 to 20. And when they shall say unto you, seek unto them that have familiar spirits, so go to people, or what shall I say, mediums or whatnot. Yeah? And unto wizards that peep and that mutter, should not a people seek unto their Elohim? Yeah? For the living to the dead. It doesn't really make sense in the KJV, but if you read it in the NIV or Septuagint or other versions, it makes more sense, believe me. Isaiah chapter 8, verse 19. When someone tells you to consult mediums and spirits whose whispers and mutter, should not a people inquire of their Elohim? That makes more sense now, yeah? Why consult the dead on behalf of the living? So once again, Scripture is telling you time after time, yeah? And even him, Isaiah, understood that you can't even talk to the dead anyway. So why are you asking the dead, yeah, for things that we're doing here in the land of the living? That makes no sense. The dead are dead. You don't need them. They ain't gonna give you no wisdom for what? They're dead. What can they do for you? Yeah? And that's the sin of Israel. Sin of ignorance. Yeah? Contacting the dead, doing voodoo, worshiping the ancestors, worshiping spirits through freaking, it's called again, booze and stuff like that, or mask. I'm gonna come to that too, because it's a part of our sin. Yeah? So it's time to wake up. That's right. It's time to acknowledge our sin. We messed up. We did evil to the Most High. Yeah? So before we transit into the next part of this documentary investigation lesson, I just wanted to close up on the origins of witchcraft, because, throughout our scriptures, or the 66 books that we got in the Bible, yeah, we're not told the origins of witchcraft. But in the book of Enoch, we have an idea of the origins of witchcraft. Yeah? And for those who like it or not, the book of Enoch is scriptures. Yeah? But let me not just talk too much. So we want Enoch chapter 8, verse 1 through 9. Moreover, Azazel taught men to make swords, knives, shields, breastplates, the fabrication of mirrors, and the workmanship of bracelets and ornaments, the use of paint, the beautifying of the eyebrows, interesting, the use of stones of every valuable and select kind, and all sorts of dyes, so that the world became altered. So after that, people started tripping, basically. It's true now. Impiety increased. Fornication multiplied. And they transgressed and corrupted all their ways. So when the fallen angels taught men these things, yeah, the order of things have changed. Yeah, fornication increased, and all these kind of things. Yeah. Let's continue. Verse 3. Amazarak taught the sorcerers and the divider of roots. So for those who don't know, certain other manuscripts, like the Ethiopian one, says cuttings of roots, basically. Meaning intoxicating themselves, making chemicals out of plants. So y'all Negroes and y'all people out here smoking weed, you better be careful because you playing with demons. Yes. Let me continue. Verse 4. Armors taught the solutions of sorcery. Yeah. So now you were told that Amzarak taught all the sorcerers. And now you're told that armor taught the solutions to sorcery. Yeah? So now you have an idea on where witchcraft comes from. And that is the reason why the Most High does not want us to do witchcraft. Because it comes from the fallen angels. It comes from satanic angels. Yeah, verse 5. Bar Kayal taught the observers of the stars. And they say that, they said, astrologer, basically. Yeah, verse 6. Akibiel taught the signs. Tamiel taught astronomy. Yeah. And Azaradel taught the motion of the moon. And men being destroyed, verse 9 basically, men being destroyed cried out, and their voice reached to heaven. So after this, if you read a bit more, you'll see that the Most High was pissed off with the angels and what he did to them. Dang. Even the other angels that didn't come down on earth, they were like, man, I don't want none of that. Yeah. But it was just to make you understand, yeah, and give you some knowledge on the origins of witchcraft. That's the reason why the Most High does not want Israel to be partaker of witchcraft. But as you can see throughout the video I showed you, that witchcraft is something that our people did, even in the land back then. Yeah? And even after, when we end up in West Africa or whatnot. Yeah? So let's keep it moving now.
In the region of on the West Coast, and Nigeria has plenty, but the Ivory Coast, every little tribe has a mask. And like we said, we have over 60 different languages. It means that there's over 60 different masks. We don't know all of it. Okay, and a mask, like he said, is a great spirit. A mask would be, there's masks to play with children. There's masks that comes out just to play with children. There's masks to come out to say, okay, there was a death in the family. It's meant to represent people, but sometimes it's the spirit. From that sacrifice that Mama talked about, is very, very important to remember coming from the sacrifice. And there's a mask, for instance, called Zawi. The spirit came from the woods and took that lady and took her back to the woods. She stayed there over there for a long time. The genie told her how to dance.
And also for the leaders. In some communities, if you did something wrong and then we are going to take you to the house of the mask, you better confess before you get there, because people already know the ramifications of you going to the house of the mask if you were guilty. So this is the way that they used, some of the ways they used it in governments.
Can we talk about some of the powers that the masks here in your shop have?
Our collection tend to reflect old African usages. They don't look pretty. They don't look attractive. People are always saying to me all day long, some of them look scary, you know. And I said to them, old Africans, that's the one they want, because they were carved for a purpose. They weren't supposed to be looking pretty. They were carved to ward off evil spirit. They were carved to prevent ill health, prevent disaster, bring rain, bring children to a married couple. They had a purpose to do. So they weren't there to entertain.
It's interesting you say that they ward off evil, but some people think that they are evil.
Well, that's the Western interpretation. Okay. Even in Christianity, most people back home have become Christians or Muslims. Okay. One of the things they teach them is to do away with their spirituality because they want to convert them to the new religion. And of course, your own religion is not good. That's why we want to. If yours is very good, why do we want to convert you? Okay, now we're talking about old, in the days when these masks were carved, for good or bad. So the Christianity, when it came, wanted converts, and one of the ways to convert is to tell you what you have is not good. So you have to come to the one that's good. But I also said to my Western friends, while they were busy telling them that their masks were evil and no good, they were through the back carrying them off to Europe. Most of the good masks are in museums all over Europe. The Queen of England has the most collection of African art, and it was.
So what this lady was saying towards the end, I want to talk about it quickly because she was not very wrong. These same Europeans who would tell the Africans that their masks are evil or whatnot, but at the same time take it back to Europe and put it on display for everybody to see it. Even you. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because they know it's a sin. And it's like a trophy. To make you understand, we were able to overcome you because of your sin. Because these masks, they're really graven images. They're not gods, but they're graven images. Because people use that for chants, marriages, to call the rain and all that kind of stuff. For health or whatnot. And the Israelites were instructed to not do such thing, to not make any images, to bow down to it, to worship it, or whatnot. So they know it's your sin. That's why they put it on display. Really and truly. And even they're selling it as a good price. For real. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So these people, they were the hypocrites. And the Most High sent them because we did wrong. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I just want to talk about the same religion of Christianity that they're trying to preach to people that is the way. Where in fact, he's as hypocrite has the animism religion, which is the religion that so African practiced. Yeah. Because in fact, these same people, they praying to the cross and all that kind of nonsense. Yeah. But in the scriptures, you are told again to not make any graven images of any likeness under the heaven, man, beast, or whatnot. And all through the New Testament, you are not told anywhere to walk around with beads, crosses, and all that kind of stuff. So it's all about hypocrisy. And all these new religions, they do the same thing. They pray to graven images. Yeah, Buddha, Islam, the stone Kaaba, which is the real Edomite religion. Yes. Why people are not Edomite. In Christianity again. Yeah. With their false image of Jesus. And on top of that, his name wasn't even Jesus. And they weren't even white. So you're in triple error. The very Bible that people say they believe in, these Christians, he says to not do graven images. But they're making graven images, and they bind down to it, and they praying to it. So I just wanted to touch up on this hypocrisy from these Europeans, because this lady was right. They're hypocrites, basically. That's what she was saying. All right, so now that we understand why those masks was made for, that we see and that we know that it's really graven images, let's see where in the scriptures the Israelites were instructed to not do such. Yeah? Or should I say, let's see what the scripture says about it. Yeah? So we will Exodus chapter 20 verse 3 through 6. Exodus chapter 20 verse 3 through 6. Let's read. Thou shalt have no other Elohims or gods before me. Verse 4. Thou shalt not make unto you any graven images. So anything that's carved and whatnot, he said to Moses, don't make any. Let's keep it moving. Or any likeness or resemblance, if you want. Yeah. Of anything that is in the heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Yeah? So anything, animals or whatnot, or all that kind of stuff, you can't carve or make anything or sculpt anything, yeah, to make it your God or to make prayer to. Yeah, let's keep it moving. Verse 5. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. Yeah, bowing yourself down or serve or make any sort of worshiping or offering or whatnot. None of that, the Most High said. For I, Yahuwah your Elohim, I'm a jealous God, a jealous Elohim. You understand? The Most High is not playing with these things. Yeah? The Most High is a spirit. It does not need to be worshipped through carved stuff. Yeah? But anyway, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon their children unto the third and the fourth generation of them that hate me. So the Most High told you, I'm not playing. If you do such, I'm coming 3-4 generations after. I'm going to get you anyway. This is what the Most High said. But obviously, even though our people said, yes, we do. Yeah? As you see today, we did not respect. Yeah? This agreement with the Most High. Yeah? That's why all this evil came upon us. Yeah? Verse 6 now. And showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me. Or basically saying, keeping the commandments. And he's saying it now. And keep my commandments. Yeah? So, once again, the Most High was not playing. And he did came after 4 or 3 generations. I'm telling you. Yeah? Let's keep it moving. We want to precept to that. Leviticus chapter 26 verse 1. Leviticus chapter 26 verse 1. Let's read. Ye shall make you no idols, no graven images. Once again, neither wear you up a standing image. Remember these masks, they're standing, they got small mask, big mask and all that. Yeah, let's keep moving. Neither shall ye set up any image of stone in your land to bow down unto it. For I am Yahuwah your Elohim. Yeah? So the Most High told us time after time in Leviticus, in Exodus, in Deuteronomy, yeah, to not make such, to not make any graven images, yeah. But as we can see, we did not respect it. Yeah, and even if you read throughout the scriptures, the Israelites did not respect the Lord like that. Yeah, so that's making me understand that we are the same people. But anyway, let's keep it moving. We want our Wisdom of Solomon, yeah, and for those who don't know, Wisdom of Solomon is in the Apocrypha. The Apocrypha was a part of the King James 1611, yeah, but they've been removed. So if you go to your Bible nowadays, your normal Bible, your normal KJV, you will not see the Wisdom of Solomon. But after reading a couple stuff that you see in, you will understand why they removed these books. Yeah? So we want Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 13, verse 17 through 19. Let's read. Because he's talking about these people that is making graven images. And if you listen to carefully, this is very interesting what he says about it. Yeah? So I'll read. Then maketh he prayer for his goods, for his wife and children, and is not ashamed to speak that which hath no life. Interesting. Verse 18, for health. Remember what the lady said. He calleth upon that which is weak.
They were carved for a purpose. They weren't supposed to be looking pretty. They were carved to ward off evil spirit. They were carved to prevent ill health, prevent disaster, bring rain, bring children to a married couple. They had a purpose to do. So they weren't there to entertain.
It's interesting you said.
So it was not me talking, it's the lady herself. The sister herself, she was talking, she said, these things, these masks, they were carved for health. So once again, what a coincidence, the scripture's talking the same thing. Yeah? So let me read again. For health he calleth upon that which is weak. These masks cannot move. Yeah, these graven images, even the cross and all that, they can't move, but people pray to it for health. And these things can't even do a damn thing. Yeah? Let me keep it moving. For life prayeth to which he is dead. Because if he can't move, it's not alive. Yeah? Let's keep it moving. For aid humbly beseecheth that which hath less means to help. Oh my gosh. That's the reason why they took it off. Because they knew if one day black people read these things and had a knowledge of their own sins, they will understand what happened. Because I can clearly understand what happened and I can make the connection. But anyway, and for a good journey, he asketh that which cannot set a foot forward. Yeah, this is the sin of Israel. Sin of spiritual fornication with his idols, these graven images. Sin of ignorance, deceiving yourself. And Solomon, he's talking about the other nation right there. He's not talking about Israel. He's talking about these other nations that believe in graven images. Yeah, but clearly we started tripping when we were in the land of Israel, we started tripping anyway. But when we got to West Africa or whatnot, maybe it was the journey and all that. Yeah, we started tripping. I may laugh, but it's not funny at all. Yeah, I'm laughing because I'm baffled of what I'm hearing. Yeah, let's keep it moving. Yeah, verse 19. And for gaining and getting and for good success of his hands, asketh ability to do of him that is was unable to do anything. Do you see that? The guy is telling you. Yeah? Solomon is telling you. Yo, you can't pray for gaining money or whatnot to something that can't even make a move. The sin of Yashrael. This is our sin. Sin of ignorance. And I ain't gonna lie, he was dumb to do these things. Yeah? So let's keep it moving. We're still staying in Wisdom in Solomon chapter 13, 91 verse 1 through 5. Yeah? Let's read. Wisdom in Solomon chapter 13, verse 1 through 5. Let's read. Surely, vain are men by nature who are ignorant of Elohim, and could not, out of the good things that are seen, know him that is. Neither by considering the works did they acknowledge the workmaster. So, by seeing the creation, the mountains, the trees, and all that, the animals, the humans, or whatnot, and everything, yeah, you should ask yourself who made these things and deeply seek the creator of those things. Because by the beauty of the things that are made, you can see the fingerprint of the Creator. You see what I'm saying? And it makes sense. Yeah? But surely, we men are ignorant. Talking about Big Bang Theory and all that kind of crap now. Yeah? Let's keep moving. Verse 2. But deemed either fire, or wind, or swift hair, or the circle of the stars, or violent water, or the light of heavens, yeah, or lightning if you want, to be gods which govern the world. But these things are not God. These things are made by the Elohim, Yahuwah. Yeah? And all these things our ancestors worshipped. Yeah? Through deities, through masks or whatnot, they worship these things. Yeah? That don't mean that these things were their gods, but they worshipped it. Yeah? Or they made offerings to these things. Yeah? They carved images for these things. So you guilty anyway. Yeah, let's keep it. I would elaborate anyway when I said these things were not gods. But let's keep it moving. Yeah? Verse 3. With whose beauty, if they being delighted, took them to be gods. Yeah? Let them know how much better the Adon of them is, or the master, if you want, of them is. For the first, author of beauty have created them. Yeah? So the first author of beauty, the Most High, I've created all these beautiful things. These things that men fear. The ocean and whatnot. The rain, tornadoes, yeah? The mountains, volcanoes and all that. The Most High have created these things. The animals, the strong beasts. The Most High have created these things. Yeah? And you should fear the creator of these things instead of fear these same things. Yeah? And this was the sin of our ancestors. Yeah, they confused the whole thing. Yeah? Let's keep it moving. Verse 4. But if they were astonished at their powers and virtue, so if you surprised of the power of the tornado, of the ocean, or whatnot, yeah, you should be surprised of something else. Let's keep moving. Let them understand by them how much mightier is he that made them. Yeah? Okay. Verse 5. For by the greatness and the beauty of the creatures, proportionably, the maker of them is seen. Yeah? So, once again, yeah, I'm trying to school y'all. Yeah? If we know these things, we're not going to reproduce the same errors. And if we have this same wisdom, we can share it with our people that are still stuck up in these things. Because we got a lot of people stuck up in these things. In Africa, in Caribbeans, even in your very cities. Some people do keep doing these masks, you know what I'm saying? Ife and all these voodoo nonsense. Yes. And some of y'all, you got people in your family doing that. Especially you Haitians. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, once again, yeah, let's not make the same errors, please, y'all. That's right. Please, Israel, let's rise up. Let's wake up. It's time to acknowledge our sin, to repent. Because when the stuff that are written in the scriptures, when it pops up, and when I'm Mashiach, or should I say Christ, for those who don't understand, yeah, when he comes back, people are going to have to explain a lot of things. Okay. Yeah. Let me get back to verse 10. Yeah. The miserable are they. In dead things is their hope. Who called them gods, which are the work of man's hand. So I told you, if you make your God, it is not a God. Because you have made it. You have created your own God. So it makes no sense. How can it govern you if you made it? The day you decide to destroy it, what's going to happen? Let's keep it moving. Gold and silver to shew art in, and resemblance of beast, or a stone good for nothing, the work of an ancient hand. Yeah, same thing. These masks are the work of an ancient hand. Yeah. And even if they were not perceived as gods, they were perceived to have supernatural, where you could talk or you could get in contact with the Most High through these things. So once again, let's acknowledge a thing and let's not do the same thing. But let's keep it moving. We want Wisdom of Solomon chapter 14 verse 1, and keep this one in mind, please. Again, one preparing himself to sail. So you're going on the boat or whatnot. And about to pass through the raging waves, calleth upon a piece of wood more rotten than the vessel that carry him. So it's making even fun of you. All you people that's praying to the cross. Sometimes the cross is even dirty and all that. Oh my gosh, this guy, Solomon, he has a lot of wisdom. So, I don't even know what to say. The sin of ignorance. Let's keep it moving.
In Wakaiman. That night, on the 14th of August, 1791, a black pig was sacrificed and all those present drank its blood. The revolution of the slaves had begun. The message was very clear: cut off heads, burn houses, and destroy plantations. In a few days, more than 1,000 whites were killed. The terrified white settlers started the legend that the blacks had made a pact with the devil that night in Wakaiman. Many slaves were captured and executed. The brown Macandal was burnt alive, so becoming a legendary martyr who is still called on in voodoo ceremonies today. Toussaint Louverture became the leader of the blacks and started a rebellion that lasted for 10 years until on the 1st of January 1804, Haiti proclaimed its independence, so becoming the first black republic in the New World.
This place used to be a sacred place and still remains a sacred place because this was a fetish for the local people, Cape Coast people. And for them, they have about 77 of such gods. And this one is known as Nanatabre. It was here before the merchants came. And when they wanted to build a castle, they appealed to the people to move the god out for the castle to be built. I think the god also agreed to go on transfer. So they move it out and then for the castle to be built. So having abolished slave trade, they decided to bring it back to its original place. That's why it is here. So now the god is here. They have brought the god back.
Why is it that our gods didn't fight for us?
Maybe I wish we could ask the god why the god is not fight for us. Yes.
Because if gods are spirit, then they should see ahead of the hand.
Those of us who believe in the Almighty God, we said God is what? Listen or gives time for one to any sinner or to repent. And I believe that when they give the land out also, they give them some compensation.
So if they are coming back here now, they should. No, that's my own thought process. If they were gods and they gave this place to these people, they knew that at some point in time they were going to be betrayed. So why are they back here for us to be praying to them? I asked the question.
What I think is that these gods were not enlightened at that time. They didn't know.
Then why do we call them gods?
We are now enlightened that we are questioning them. But they can't answer us, unfortunately. I don't know.
God go by us.
There are no gods in the first place.
All right, so for this part of the video, it's going to be a little debate. I call it a debate because some of our people, some of our very people say that all the things that I showed you about voodoo and all that, and I've been exposing for the last 26 minutes. Yeah, they're saying that this is the answer, and that black people should go back to it to liberate themselves or whatnot. Now, that's very ironic to say that. Yeah, and that's why I call it the debate, because I shouldn't even call it the reasoning. Because we need to reason with our people that believe in these things, especially when I'm talking to you, brothers and sisters, that's in the truth, and that you know that we're the Israelites or whatnot. You should reason with them and listen to what they're saying and make them understand that what they're saying makes no sense. Because black people have not stopped doing voodoo and all that kind of things, or animism if you want. They have not stopped. There's large communities in Africa, entire countries in Africa, yeah, where people still practicing these things. Yeah, you have large packets of people still practicing these things all around West Africa and Central Africa, them places where they took the enslaved Africans from. Now, even in the Caribbean and South America, you still have people practicing these things. It's not the largest number, but you still have people practicing these things. With Haiti as the number one. Matter of fact, it's something that Haitians are known for, among other blacks, is their voodoo. You see what I'm saying? So you need to reason with these people when they're saying black people should go back to African spirituality or whatnot, because they're still doing it. Black people, we're still doing these things. Yeah. Now, the little video I played just a minute ago. Yeah, just before that, the sister in Ghana, because this was in Ghana, yeah, she was saying if these deities, or they call it fetish, whatnot, were gods, yeah, they should be able to see ahead. I don't think she could express herself properly in English, so I'm going to explain what she was trying to say. I got what she was saying. Don't worry. Yeah. She was basically saying, if these deities were real gods, they should be able to see ahead and basically stop the calamity that came upon all West Africa and all that. Yeah? They should be able to stop slave trade and colonization, because really and truly all of these calamities, that's the proper word for it. Because if you do not know history, the numbers of wars to go and get enslaved people or whatnot, the numbers of destructions, yeah, entire kingdom has been destroyed by their very fellow people just to get slaves, to get guns or whatnot, or for power or for small gains. Like, it's crazy. And then the fact that people are taken by ships to another place, millions of people, to then get there and be mistreated at the same time. And if you actually do research, some scholars are saying that the biggest cemetery on the earth is the Atlantic Ocean. Millions of people have jumped off the ships or were thrown out of the ships. Locals in Africa even saying that sharks used to follow the ships. Do you think it's a game? It's not a game. This is why I say it's a calamity. So when the sister said that, she made sense. And if your so-called gods were really gods and that black people should go back to that, yeah, why is this happening to us? And I had this conversation with people that actually follow these African spirituality stuff. I had this very conversation with people. Sit down with them and reason. They're talking about white people starting to, they find some spells and their spell was stronger than our spells. Now I'm asking the question. The question is that, all right, it's 500 years plus almost that the first black people left Africa and to be enslaved. Yeah, it's been 500 years plus now. Yeah, that the first slave was taken from West Africa. You mean to tell me in 500 years you did not find any spell to overcome these white people's spells? Or y'all trying to say, oh, voodoo helped the Haitians to win the revolutions or whatnot. So why ain't voodoo helping them to get rich now? Because they're one of the poorest. They're the poorest country in the Western atmosphere now, right now. Yeah. You can't say, oh, he helped you once and then boom, next time he can't help you anymore. What are you talking about? Where is the evidence of writings left that says that these voodoo spells only works once? When you got your you said that white people had spells stronger than yours, and now it's been 500 years, their spells is working. So y'all need to upgrade. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But the problem is that their reasoning makes no sense. And it makes more sense when you dig into the scriptures and you dig into the evidence, because there is evidence on the ground, even in Africa. Yeah? Black scholars like Riddle Windsor and Joseph J. Williams, they wrote The Hebrewism of Africa and From Babylon to Timbuktu. Yeah? There's even another book wrote by a white man. Yeah? I forgot his name, something Jacobs. Talking about the black heritage of, the Hebrew heritage of black Africa. There are evidence on the ground, yeah, that the majority of people that are from West Africa and Central Africa and certain part of Africa as well are Hebrew Israelite or are descendant of the Israelite of the Bible. There are real evidence linking them to people of the so-called diaspora in the Black Americans and Black Caribbeans, linking all these people together. There are evidence. So now when we read our scriptures and we see that the Israelites sinned and they've been punished, yeah, by the Most High for their sins, now it makes more sense. And now that's why you got a lot of people saying that we messed up and we got to go back to the law. So this reasoning makes more sense to me. I'm sorry. I'm a man that follow the evidence. Yeah. I don't do a little research on YouTube or 1-2 click on the internet and then I say, yeah, you see, I know everything. I spend months buying a whole bunch of books, going on the internet, and sometimes, yeah, I use YouTube. But it's a whole umbrella of research. So if my evidence led me to the conclusion that that black people are the Israelite, and then I find out that basically what was our sin, what we did wrong for us to have this calamity coming up on us. Yeah? So to me, it's the truth. And it's not even to me, it's the truth. It is a fact then. So that was it for a little debate. Yeah? Let me not take your time too much. And let me continue to give more evidence now on the connection between the Israelite, or should I say the ancient Israelite of the Bible, and the Negroes in West Africa and various parts of South America and Caribbeans and North.
Them say, Obia, a black man thing, come from Africa. We got Africa in the market, you say, sell all Obia, you know. You know, you muta about it then. Go there, ask him, man, him can't tell you, him say, him go to Africa and say all Obia. Him say, man, see a man come and say, yo, Mr. Man, you can't cry and make rain fall, you know. And Muta say, what you say? And the man call him and the man start cry and rain start fall.
So we're still trying to make the connection between the ancient Israelite and the Negroes today. Yeah, and if you have watched the video that I just played before, it was talking about Obia. Yeah, so they were saying that Obia is a thing that comes from Africa. In Africa, people call it Obi. Yeah, but let me not talk too much. We're in the strong concordance. So basically, it's the Hebrew word, and it is H178, Ob. Ob, yeah. For those who know that they're from Caribbeans or whatnot, they know that Obia is basically being a wizard or something like that. Yeah. Now, let's read what they're saying it is in the Hebrew. A battle made from animal skin and necromancer. Yeah. Let's go down. Same thing again. Definition. A battle made from animal skin, and necromancer. Medium. So they're telling you, like, they use the word ob to describe a medium 2 times, medium 3 times in certain places, mediums 9 times, and 1 time for spirit. Yeah. So we were in Bible Hub. We're gonna get another source from the blue letter Bible. Yeah. Same thing. Strong lexicons. Yeah. 878. Ob. Yeah. You're gonna see ob from the same as, apparently, to the idea of plattering the father's name, properly a memble. Yeah, or the skin from its hollow sound. Hence a necromancer. Yeah, and you see familiar. Yeah, spirit right here. Yeah, so once again, ob. Yeah, but that is just in the Hebrew. Now let me make a connection with Obia. So we already made the connection. Yeah, and I've explained already about this ob and the clear connection between ob of the Israelite and the Obia that people know and practice in Caribbeans, and the Obi that people practice in certain part of Africa, or West Africa, should I say. So let's read that book, Hebrewism of West Africa, yeah, by Joseph J. Williams. You go to page 51, yeah, page 51, and we read from here. To my own personal knowledge, after 5 years of close contact with the Jamaica bush, in the midnight incantation of Obi, a perfect fargo of these and similar ingredients is invariably placed not in a box or package, but in a bottle. I told you, we're seeing that this ob is a bottle made of animal skin. Keep moving, which must be duly buried near the dwelling of its intended victim, or openly suspended from tree or post. Yeah? Now, let's jump down a little bit. The very term used by the native to make obi, which has come to Jamaica through the old Ashanti slaves, is idiomatically the same as scriptural ASA ob. One of the crime charged against King Manhasses, and which literally means he made ob. Is this still another mere coincidence? Or maybe it may not indicate that the Ashanti ultimately, you go to page 52. Yeah? Let's read. Ultimately trace some connection with the contemporaries of Manhasses in the various form of witchcraft then in vogue. Brown, Diver and Bridge lexicon, while giving the primary meaning of ob. Yeah, we read ob, what is H178 in the Hebrew, or skin bottle, and observing that in certain passages of the scriptures, it is usually interpreted as a ghost or familiar spirit conceived as a dwelling in a what? Necromancer, which is basically witch, wizard. Takes care to add, but this apparently was not the ancient conception. The present suggestion, then, by tracing the Ashanti Obi to the Hebrew ob, might tend to clarify the original meaning of the word and explain one form of witchcraft practiced by the ancient Hebrews. So, you want the connection? The same scene we've been making. The same scene. Yeah? The same scene charged, yeah, to King Manasseh is the same scene that our ancestors have been doing from West Africa, even all the way to the Caribbean. You want to see the connection? Yeah? I mean, no way, shape, or form saying that Obia is a good thing. But the connection between the bad habits of the Israelites and the bad habits of the Negroes, the connection is very clear. Yeah? So we just heard about the Ashanti, yeah, in the book that we just read. Now, we want to find these Ashantis in the scriptures. And let's see. So I'm going to read from 1 Chronicles chapter 6, verse 55 through 59. And we read, "And they gave them Hebron in the land of Judah, and the suburbs thereof round about it. But the field of the city and the villages thereof they gave to Caleb, the sons of Jephunneh. And to the sons of Aaron they gave the cities of Judah, namely Hebron, the cities of the refuge, and Liban with her suburbs, and Jatir, and Eshtemonah with their suburbs." 58 now. "And Hilen with her suburbs, Debir with her suburbs." Verse 59 now. "And Ashan with her suburbs, and Beth Shemeth with her suburbs." So, once again, it is not a coincidence that you can find Ashan, yeah, in the scriptures, and that it sounds like the Ashantis, yeah. It's not a coincidence, believe me. Hebrews in West Africa again, page 66. We read, "Actually, the termination of T or T in the names of West African tribes as usually the general meaning of the race of, the man of, the children of. This will make Ashanti the people of Ashan. There was as a fact a town in the name of Ashan in the domain of Judah. Priests were in residence there according to the first book of Chronicles, where the word is spelled Ashan. Though in the corresponding passage of Joshua, it is spelled Ain or A-I-N. Yeah? So once again, Ashanti means people of Ashan. But let's keep it moving. So we have the biblical use. Now we want to see what it says in Hebrew Lexicon Strong, H6228, Ashan. Yeah? We right here, Ashan, a place in Palestine, Ashan. Meaning right here, Ashan, smoke. A city in the lowland of Judah, later mentioned as belonging to Simeon. Yeah? I got more. We was in Blue Letter Bible, yeah, Strong Lexicons, and now we're in Bible Hub. Same, 6228, Ashan, a place in Judah and later in Simeon. From the same as Ashan, a place in Judah and later in Simeon. Once again, so if these people got the name, yeah, where did they get that name from? Ashanti, sons of Ashan. Yeah? And funny thing, these Ashantis are Akan people. Check this out. Funny thing. Yeah? I said the Ashanti are Akan people. Akan people. The Akan are meta-ethnic, predominantly speaking Central Tidal languages and resided in southern regions of Gold Coast region, west to the nation of Ghana. Akans, who historically migrated from Ghana, also make up a popularity of the populace in Ivory Coast. The Akan, yeah, is jumped down. Subgroups of Akan proper include Ashanti, right here, Akwampe, Akwamu, Kwahu, yeah, Fante, and all that, yeah. So once again, Akan, And let's check in the Hebrew, because look, there's a very, very weird coincidence. We got the same word in Hebrew. It's H5912, Akan, an Israelite name. An Israelite name. Got more. Another one, Lexicon Strong's Akan. Let's get down. Akan, an Israelite name. Right here. An Israelite. An Israelite. Yeah? Let's see what it says here. Akan, trouble. A Judite who violated God's specific ban on taking any loot from the captured city of Jericho and was stoned to death along with his family for his violation. So what a coinky thing. We got Ashan and we got Akan. Explain that. Yeah? For all you people hating on black people saying that we're the Hebrew Israelite. And for some of you Hebrew Israelites that hate Africans. How about that? Explain that.
To Carib Nation, I'm David Hines, up here in Maroon Country, in particular the Accompong Maroon Settlement. Our conversation today will be with the chief and members of his council up here in this settlement. Oh, gentlemen, brethren, welcome to Carib Nation. Let me start with you.
Actually, our children of slaves. We came from Africa. We are mostly of the Ashanti tribe, the Karamanti tribe, Igbos, and such like. But we banded together and fought the British and won the war.
300 years and 300 and more years later, here is this compound, here is this community still very much in existence, still called a Maroon settlement. How have you been able to maintain all of this over these years?
Well, we try to teach our children the culture and remind them that they can be great, and we stick to our heritage, and we intend to carry on as Maroons, free Maroons, as long as...
So keep proving the connection between the ancient Israelite and the Negroes. We're going to read from Babylon, Timbuktu by Rudolph Windsor. Yeah? And some of you Hebrew Israelites that hate Africans should burn that book. You use that book, but you don't read that book. Yeah? All right. Go to page 130. Yeah? And I read to you before about the Ashanti. Yeah? So let's continue. The Jews among the Ashanti. Among the Ashantis of Gold Coast, which is now in Ghana, are found Jews who observe many Hebrew customs. They don't fight on Saturday, but rest, chomp down. The Ashanti Jews also observe a law of uncleanness after childbirth, purification, ceremony of 40th day, the menstrual seclusion law, and ceremonial absolutions. Yeah? The Ashanti. So even my man that I wrote from Babylon Timbuktu understands that a lot of tribes in West Africa are actually Hebrews. But y'all got that book and you say Africans are not Hebrews. Yeah? Hypocrites. Hypocrites. You don't even know how to read the book. You should burn that book. Let me continue. The Black Jews of Dahomey. I'm giving you a bomb because he gave more people. Yeah? Check this out. Dr. J. Cripple reported in 1926, that's way after slavery, that there existed a large Hebrew community of black Jews in the interior of Dahomey, West Africa. Yeah? So, once again, yeah, this is 1926. That this doctor reported that there existed a Hebrew community there. Yeah? And if you don't know history, the Dahomey were the number ones to sell enslaved Africans. They were a violent kingdom, and it's known through African history. Let me jump down here. Yoruba Jews of Nigeria. Yeah? So once again, a lot of people we give you. Yeah? He gives you a lot of people. So the evidence is here. I got more.
There is a connection between colonialism and the construction of Israelite communities. Very often the colonists, and particularly the missionaries, they were ignorant people, very often from simple working class backgrounds, and the only ethnography that they knew, the only book that they knew, was the Bible. And on the colonial frontier, what they very, very often discovered was that people seemed to be doing things in the same way that they did it in the Bible. And so systematically throughout Africa, among the Zulus, among the Xhosa, among the Igbo and the Tutsi and so on, they kept finding traces, so they thought, of an ancient Judaism which had trickled down through Africa and finished up in the...
I told you I got more. Check this out. Olauda Okwano. Yeah? Or Ikwaino. He was an Igbo man. Yeah? Or they call it Gustavus Vasa the African. Yeah? His book is written by himself. He got picked up in Nigeria. Yeah? And sent to the West Indies. Yeah? To be a slave. Check what he says about his tribe in Africa. On page 18. Check this out. We practiced circumcision like the Jews and made offering and feast on that occasion in the same manner as they did. Yeah? Let me jump down. Check what he says. I have before remarked that the natives of this part of Africa are extremely cleanly. This necessary habit of decency was with us a part of religion, and therefore we had many purifications and washings. Indeed, almost as many, and used on the same occasion, if my recollection does not fail me, as the Jews. Yeah? And he goes on to say more and explains that he doesn't understand why the Jews are not the same color as him. Look, as to the difference of color between the Iban Africans and the modern Jews, I shall not presume to account for it. Yeah? So, even him as a slave, he got to read the Bible and he said, hang on, I remember what my people did back then when I was in Africa. It's the same thing that they do in the Bible. So, we must be the Jews. This is not a secret. This is not a secret. Yeah? You just don't know because you don't read. And look, I got more. Hang on. The Slave Trade by Hugh Thomas. Yeah? We're going to page 146. We're going to read all the way to 47. A Dominican friar, Fray Francisco de la Cruz, told the Inquisition in Lima that an angel had told him that the blacks are, check this out, justly captive by reason of the sins of Israel, of their forefather. Check this out. Check this out. And that because of that sin, God gave them that color. They're always trying to have lies into their stuff. Yeah, to be tripping. But let's keep it moving. Check this out. The Dominican explained that the black people were descended from the tribe of Asher. He must have meant Issachar. These are Israelite tribes. Yeah? And they were so warlike and indomitable that they would upset everyone if they were allowed to live free. They basically saying that they knew that we were the Israelite. Yeah? So, once again, this book speaks of slave trade and how they took slaves and stuff like that. Yeah? You should buy it. This is not talking about the ancient Israelite. But this is what these people were saying. So we got the evidence. Yeah? And that's why this part of the video is talking about the connection between the ancient Israelite and the Negroes. The Negroes which are in West Africa and the Negroes that are in America and West Indies and South America and all that. Even all the way to India. Yeah? Because they were slave taken to India. So, once again, We got all the evidence. Yeah? And it's time to wake up. We have sinned. We've been cursed by the Most High. It is time to wake up. Alright, so if you made it this far, by now you must know who are the real Israelites, and you must know what was the sin of Israel, and why we Negroes or black people are in the situation that we're in today. So now we shall see the solution, what we're to do to come out of the situation, to be saved basically. Yeah? So I shall read the scriptures. Yeah? And we shall get some understanding, because the Most High tells us what to do for us to be saved. I'm not going to go every single verses and chapters and everything, but I'll give you a glimpse so you can do further research and more digging into the scriptures. So let's get it. Deuteronomy chapter 32 verse 17. And we read, they sacrifice unto devils, not to Elohim, to gods or Elohims, whom they knew not, to new Elohims or gods that came newly up, whom your fathers feared not. So the Most High is telling you that the Israelite, yeah, sacrifice unto other gods. Yeah, they made offering for other gods that are not actually really the real God. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because their own fathers feared not these gods. Yeah, and this was the sin of Israel. I told you at the beginning, I showed you what we did. We disrespected our covenant with the Most High, and that is what he's talking about here. Yeah, so let's keep it moving. We want Exodus chapter 22 verse 20. He that sacrificeth unto any god, save unto, so except unto Yahuwah only, he shall be utterly destroyed. So right here the Most High is telling us, yeah, as he warned us when he said, if you guys say yes to the covenant, you must do it or you're gonna die and everything and so on and so forth. I showed you already in the beginning. Yeah? And now he's saying it again. And this is what we did. If you're sacrificing unto something else, yeah, that is not the Most High of heaven, Yahuwah, it is a sin. I don't care if you want to sacrifice to your ancestors or to animals or whatnot, but they're not worthy of sacrifice, and they're not the Most High. They are creations. You see what I'm saying? So that's what we did wrong, and now we shall see the solution to that. Yeah, we want Jeremiah chapter 30 verse 15. Why criest thou for thine affliction? So today we're afflicted by these other nations and everything. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, as you must know, we even afflicting things to each other. Yeah, on a day-to-day basis. That's how destroyed we are. Yeah, so let's keep it reading. Why criest thou for thine affliction? Yeah, so why are you crying for what's happening to you now? Thy sorrow is uncurable for the multitude of thy iniquity. So the Most High is saying, what is happening to you now, no one is going to save you from it. Yeah, because you did so many sins. This is the outcome of it. This is the outcome. Yeah, so basically he's saying suck it up, because you brought it up on yourself. Yeah, let me keep reading. Because thy sin were increased, I have done these things unto you. Yeah, and the Most High does not change. So if he says that in Jeremiah, in the time by then, when we're talking about the Babylonian captivity of Judah and everything, it is the same thing that he's telling us today. Yeah, so if we're going to be the Israelite, the same curse is going to work for us as it worked for our ancestors in the scriptures. So, you know what I'm saying? Don't be deceived by certain people that say, oh, he was back then, blah, blah, blah. The Most High does not change. One thing he says today, tomorrow is going to be the same thing he's going to say. Yeah? So let's keep it moving. We want another verse. Ezekiel chapter 20. Yeah, you want verse 5 through 8. Ezekiel chapter 20, verse 5 through 8. And said unto them, thus say Yahuwah your Elohim, In the day when I chose Israel, and lift up my hand unto the seed of the house of Jacob. So he's telling you the Most High, the day that he chose Israel, yeah, out of all these other nations. And look what he says, and made myself known unto them in the land of Egypt, when I lift up mine hand unto them, saying, I am Yahweh your Elohim. So the Most High is reminding us what he did, yeah, in a time when our ancestors were in the land of Egypt, when he destroyed Egypt and all that, blah, blah, blah. He killed Pharaoh in the sea and all that. He killed the firstborns and all that, yeah, because if you do not know, yeah, according to scriptures and even secular history, Egypt were a powerful nation. So, you know, you gotta brag about it. You know what I'm saying? You can brag about that. Yeah. So let's keep it moving. Verse 6. In the day that I lift up mine hand unto them, to bring them forth of the land of Egypt, or Mizraim in Hebrew, yeah, into a land that I espied for them, flowing with milk and honey, which is the glory of all lands. So at first, the land of the Canaanites, yeah, which the Most High gave us, the Israelites, yeah, this land was very well known, yeah, to be a fruitful land. The soil was blessed, yeah, you know what I'm saying? So the Most High is saying that I took you out of this powerful nation of Egypt, yeah, and then I got you to a land, yeah, where you got everything you need. And we still did not listen, yeah, to the point that we got kicked out. Yeah, let's keep it moving. Verse 7. Then I said unto them, cast ye away every man the abomination of his eyes, and defile not yourself with the idols, yeah, of Egypt. I am Yahweh your Elohim. Once again, this story of idols, yeah, this idolatry thing is something that we're dealing with a lot. We've been dealing with, and I showed you with this carved images or whatnot. Yeah, we got to get rid of that, because we don't need that. First, and two, the Most High hates it, because the Most High does not need to be carved or whatnot. Yeah, the Most High is everywhere. He's a spirit. Yeah, yes, his throne is in heaven, but he can appear everywhere. Yeah. Let's keep it moving. Verse 8 now. But they rebelled against me, and would not hearken unto me. They did not every man cast away the abomination of their eyes, neither did they forsake the idols of Egypt. Yeah. Then I said, I will pour out my fury upon them, to accomplish my anger against them in the midst of the land of Egypt. Yeah. So once again, the same thing is being said is the same thing that we did. While you're reading here, the same thing we did. We did not put away our idols, and we continued even all the way to West Africa after people ran out of Jerusalem when the first temple was destroyed and all this kind of stuff. Yeah. We did not change. Same mistakes. And it's time to change. Yeah. Let's keep it moving. We want 2 Chronicles chapter 7 verse 14. Yeah. And we read, if my people which are called by my name shall humble themselves. So you got to say, okay, cool, man. We messed up. Yeah. Okay, cool. Sorry. That's how we got to think. Let's keep it moving. And pray. So you got to pray. And seek my face. How do you seek the face of the Most High? You do research through scriptures. You seek the face of the Most High. You pray to the Most High. You cry to the Most High. This is how you seek the Most High. Through His word and everything. Yeah? Keep it moving. And turn from their wicked ways, which we did not, but we need to now. Yeah? Then I will hear from heaven, and I will forgive their sin, and will heal their land. Yeah? So once again, the solution to our problem is to obey the Most High. You tried everything. You march, You did riots and all that everywhere in the world. Yeah? And I'm talking about everywhere in the world. Black people did riots. You won rights or whatnot. You did everything. You showed people that you're intelligent and everything. They still don't care. Yeah? Why do they don't care? Because the Most High gave him the spirit. So he can do his vengeance upon you, basically. Because you did not listen. Yeah, that's what it is. Now it's time to listen and go back to the law of the Most High. Yeah? Let's keep it moving. We want Proverbs chapter 28 verse 13. He that covereth his sin shall not prosper. So basically, yeah, the same thing that was said before. Yeah, Shalom yourself and everything is the same concept. Right here you were told, he that covereth his sin shall not prosper. So you cannot hide your sin. It makes no sense. Yeah? Keep reading. But whoso confesseth and forsaketh them, your sins, yeah, shall have mercy. So the Most High will have mercy on us. The time we're gonna say, oh look, we did wrong. Look what we did, did that. Yeah, I'm sorry. And then you're not gonna do it again. That's when the Most High is gonna look upon you. So that's the whole reason why I'm doing this video. I'm showing you the sin, because if you don't know your sin, how can you confess it? Yeah, if you don't know what you did wrong to the Most High, how can you confess it? You have a little idea, oh, it's idols. No, it's not that. You need to know the full thing, the whole thing you did, so you can confess it properly to the Most High. Yeah, and I encourage you after this video, pray to the Most High to forgive us, to forgive you the sin of your ancestors and your sins. Let's keep it moving. We're on Psalms chapter 19 verse 7. Yeah. The law of Yahuwah is perfect, converting the soul. The testimony of Yahuwah is sure, making wise the simple. Yeah. So you need to do the commandments of the Most High. What are the laws? It's the commandments of the Most High. It's the instruction of the Most High for mankind. Yeah. But nowadays, your fellow Christians, they're telling you the law is done away with. We don't need the law. But clearly, the law is important because you need to be converted. Yeah? And check this out. Acts chapter 3 verse 19. Repent ye therefore and be converted. So once again, you're told the law is perfect, converting the soul. Yeah? Here, you're told repent. Repent from what? Your sin. What is a sin? It's the breaking of the law. It's in the scriptures. In the New Testament, they're saying it. So there you go. Yeah? So repent therefore and be converted. Yeah? Converted by what? The law. Yeah, let me read again. Let me read more, sorry. That your sins may be blotted out. Yeah? When the time of refreshing shall come forth, shall come from the presence of the Adon. Yeah? So it's talking about the return of the Mashiach. Yeah? Let's read verse 20 as well. Acts chapter 3 verse 20 as well. Yeah? And he shall send Yahushua Mashiach, which before was preached unto you. Yeah? This is very important for you to understand as well. Because it's not all about, okay, the law. Yeah? It's about also believing that you keeping the law is going to give you an outcome. Yeah? And it's the whole purpose of what it is what faith is. Yeah? Let's keep it moving. We want Revelation chapter 14 verse 12. Here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of Elohim. The commandments are what? The laws. Yeah? The 10 commandments and everything is in the laws. Yeah? And the faith of Yahusha. Yeah? So that is very important for you to understand. You got to keep the commandments of the Most High and the faith of Yahusha. Meaning you got to believe that Yahusha, Hamashiach, or Jesus Christ or whatnot will come back for you and save you. That is the whole purpose of you doing the law. Because you're doing the law because you want to get into the kingdom. You're doing the law because you want to draw near to the Most High. It's important to understand these facts before anything. Yeah? So, I shall say, that is it for today. And I hope I've enlightened you. I hope this lesson has been a blessing for you, and that you got some understanding now that we're going to turn away from our sins and repent, Israel. And even all you Gentiles should repent too. Yeah? So I hope this lesson has been a blessing for anyone. And remember, we got to turn away from our sins. Turn away from our wicked ways. No more voodoo and all of that nonsense, animism and whatnot. No more idols. Keep the laws of the Most High and the faith of the Mashiach. Yeah? So, I shall say, Shalom.